Hello everybody. This class on three-phase uncontrolled rectifiers. In previous year, we observed about single-phase, half-wave, and also two-wave control uncontrolled rectifiers. Now we will discuss about these three-phase uncontrolled rectifiers. Here, single-phase uncontrolled rectifiers having the output voltage compared with three-phase voltage. Three-phase rectifiers is to be small, nothing but a low value. Here, by using of these three-phase rectifiers or multi-phase rectifiers, the highest possible value of average output voltage, the highest possible value of average output voltage from a single phase full wave rectifier is 2 VMFI only. But at the same time, single phase rectifiers are suitable up to power loads of about 15 kilowatt. But it should be very low value. If you go for industrial applications, we must and should be prefer for highest values, highest power demands, high power demands. Therefore, for high power demands, we prefer the three-phase rectifiers or the multi-phase rectifiers. And also some of the advantages we're having that by the purpose of using these multi-phase rectifiers or three-phase rectifiers of having that higher DC voltage can be produced from the three-phase rectifiers. That is higher DC voltage, and next one is a better input power factor and less ripple content, and also the size of the filter capacity is also reduces. These are the some of advantages we are having. And what about the classification? The classification of the three-phase rectifiers or multi-phase rectifiers are: first one is a three-phase half-wave rectifier, and the three-phase midpoint six pulse rectifier, and three-phase bridge rectifier, and also another one is having that three-phase 12 pulse rectifier. There are four types of classifications we are having. Four types of classifications. That is, first one is a three-phase half-wave rectifier, and second one is a three-phase midpoint six pulse. Here in the slide, now we are showing the slide is to be a three-phase midpoint six pulse rectifier. It is a three-phase midpoint six pulse. Midpoint six pulse means here the neutral point is to be common value. Common value. That is nothing but the three-phase midpoint six pulse rectifier. The next one is a three-phase bridge rectifier, and next one three-phase pulse rectifier. Here we not shown the three-phase half-wave rectifier. If we come across the three-phase half-wave diode rectifier or uncontrolled rectifier, the circuit diagram how it shows means here initially like this only, nothing but the stator side. Here, if you sorry, the primary side should be connected towards the delta, and the secondary is to be connected towards the star connected winding. Here, what about the number of phases? Sorry, number of diodes are used or replaced with a 3 itself. Nothing but for a half wave rectifier, D1, D2, and D3 are placed only. Now we are showing with a 6 diodes. That is a three-phase bridge rectifier. But for a three-phase half-wave diode rectifier with a common cathode point, with a common cathode means here how the diagram shows is to be. I will show with a annotation. Here, if you observe, for the same star winding, here we are having that Here it shows that okay, this is nothing but a half wave diode bridge rectifier. This is nothing but the half wave diode bridge rectifier. Here the cathode points are common. If you observe here, the cathode points are common and it should be connected towards the SS2 load. SS2 load, and the returning path is to be like this. If you observe, this is the returning path. Okay, and this is the R load, and this is the R load. Here, if you observe, this is the R load. Here, if you observe, we are placing with the diode D1, diode D2, and the diode D3. Diode D3. This is nothing but the diagram. Here, if you observe, here, if you observe, same delta binding has been connected here, and same star binding has been connected here. If you observe, this is the star connected winding which are connected with the three diodes D1, D2, and D3. This is nothing but the three-phase half-wave diode rectifier with a common cathode arrangement. This is nothing but a common cathode arrangement. Here, if you observe, this is the cathode terminals of diode D1, D2, which are connected a common point of view, which are connected with a common point of view. Here, an R load has been connected. An R load has been connected. Here, the current IA should be moving here. This is nothing but the IA, and this is nothing but the IB. If you observe, this is the IA IB current, nothing but each phase, R phase, Y phase. If you observe A phase, B phase, C phase, therefore the current is to be moving like this one. Therefore, this is the total current, total output current of I naught. This is the I naught. Like this, the diagram should be shown. Okay, this is nothing but three-phase half half wave diode rectifier with a common cathode arrangement. Okay, here now, what about the waveforms? How the waveform should be? The waveforms for this should be same as that of the full wave, but having a same small deviation. Small deviation is here. If you come across the output voltages of a V naught value should be nothing but should be starting after 30 degrees of interval. 30 degrees of interval. Zero. It should be starting, even it should be starting with a 0 point, but the voltage the terminals are having the peak magnitude. Sorry, the voltage and magnitudes having that peak magnitudes are maximum values at some values, some positions. If you I will show some waveforms here. Okay, if you observe, if suppose we consider that is a RYB or ABC, ABC phases. Here, this is nothing but the A and B blue color shows for the B phase and C phase, the red color. Here, 0 degree. Here it is a 0 degree, and it is the maximum value of a pi degree, pi. It's a pi by 2, and it is the pi value. Here it is the pi value, and it is the 0. And in between it is a pi by 2, and it is the 2 pi. Here it is the here. If you observe 2 pi value, here it is the 2 pi value. Here, if you consider for the maximum point, nothing but here if you observe, this is the points. This is the points of maximum side, maximum peak value which we are getting. That is nothing but here the voltage output. How can you get means here like this? The voltage output should be like okay. Here the output voltage should be like this, and the output current is also okay like that. The output waveforms we are getting for a three phase half wave rectifier, and here what about the what about the next one is to be a midpoint rectifier, that is a three phase midpoint 6 pulse diode rectifier. Here the diode rectifier is shown here with a midpoint, that is nothing but the neutral point is to be connected towards the common cathode arrangement, here which shown here. That is here this rectifier is also called as a six phase half wave diode rectifier. This is also this type is also called as a six phase half wave diode rectifier or a three phase M6 diode rectifier. M6 means it should be M means it is a midpoint 6 pulse diode rectifier. Here, from the previous one, the performance of this three phase three pulse rectifier, that is a half wave three phase three pulse rectifier, is better than the single phase two pulse diode rectifier. If we compare, we previously observed that the three phase half wave rectifier, that the three phase then the single phase two pulse diode rectifier than three phase half wave three pulse rectifier is better. But if we consider, these are considered for average output voltage and ripple content. Compared with the average output voltage and ripple content, three phase three pulse rectifier is better compared to the six phase two pulse diode rectifier. Okay. Then if you go for the present diagram of a three phase M6 diode rectifier, here the three phase diode rectifier midpoint 6 pulse rectifier using six diodes D1, D2, D3 up to D6 values. Here a three phase transformer with a primary in delta connected. Here not shown with a delta winding, a primary with a delta connected and a secondary with a star connected. That is, it is a double star. Actually, for a one star winding, we are shown with a three phases. For one star, we shown with a three phases. But if you compare to come across with a six phase means here with a six six pulse, it should be a six phase. It should be six phase. The three phase transformer with here, if you come across this, a double star is used. One diode in each phase is connected. One diode in each phase. If you observe, only six. Each phase is placed with a one winding. Sorry, one diode. That is first phase, second phase, third phase, up to six phases. Okay. Here, each phase is to be having that Vm sin omega t voltage. Therefore, diode D1, D2, D3 up to D6. Each phase is connected one diode across. Sorry, in series. Therefore, the secondary of each phase winding is having two halves. This is called two halves. The midpoints of three secondary windings are connected to form the neutral. Here the midpoint is to be forming for returning path, current to return path towards the neutral winding. Nothing but if suppose one phase is excited, suppose one sorry three phase is excited, but what should be happen means the amount of the maximum magnitude value wherever we are getting nothing but if you observe six phase supply six phase supply which are connected with the six diodes and having a neutral point. Here the six terminals those are connected with A phase, B phase and C phase, that is A1 B1 C1 and A2 B2 C2 and like that. Okay, A1 B1 C1 and A2 B2 C2. Phase voltages of VA1 VA2 here shown with the V1 V2 values. Okay, are phase displaced by 120 degrees each. Why? Because it is a double star double star having with two halves of each one star, that is having displaced with each phase winding is to be 120 degrees. Okay, similarly V2 next one. It is if suppose if you consider VA1 VA, VB2, VC2, sorry, VA1, VB1, VC1, VA2, VB2, VC2, like that. The voltage is across, okay. But here, if you observe how the voltages are displaced, how the phases are displaced of 120 degrees each displacement. If you consider this is 120 degrees, 120 degrees, like that. Here, if you observe, but what about the voltages? What about the voltages? How the voltages are displaced with how much value, with how much degrees it should be out of phase by 180 degrees. That is nothing but if suppose the VA1, if we consider it is a VA1, okay, at VA1, VB1, VC1. Here again starts with VA2, VB2, VC2. Here VA1 in opposite with respect to VA2, that is 180 degrees of the displacement. These are 180 degrees displaced out of phase. Okay, that is nothing but the voltages displacement. Here, what about the remaining phases? If you consider with having that VA1, VA2, but what about the nothing but next case of the next phase, that is VA1. If you consider VC2, how much is the displacement value? VA1 with the VC2. VA1 with the VC2 is having a out of phase by 60 degrees. Out of phase by 60 degrees. Okay. Therefore, if you come across this, if you come across this voltages, VA1 is equal to Vm sin omega t, Vm sin omega t, and VB1 is equal to VA1 is equal to, if you consider this is a VA1, Vm sin omega t, VB1, Vm sin of omega t minus 120, and Vm sin VC, this is VC1, Vm sin omega t minus 240, this is minus 240. If we come across VA2, Vm sin omega t minus 180, it should be 180, okay, like that. VB2 means it should be VB2 means it should be it is this one. Therefore, it is a minus 300 omega t minus 300 omega t minus 60. These, but these are the values which you are getting with minus also. Minus also means suppose VA1. If you consider VB2, this is the VB. Sorry, this is the VB2. VB2 is equal to Vm my sine of omega t minus 300. With respect to this is the reference value, if you consider this is the 300. Okay, next one should be 360, like that. Okay, therefore the waveform of a six phase voltages VA1, VA1, VB1, VC1 and up to VC2. Okay, here if you consider shown with only V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, V6. This is a V6 value. V1, V2, V3. Nothing but VA1, VB1, VC1. VA2, VB2, VC2. Like that. Okay. Here if you observe, this is a complete six pulse, six phase. It is a six phase. Like that we are getting so using of this type, the waveform should be six phases. Nothing but if we are not having any six phases, so we are not only having means three phases means yeah, in the previous slide we drawn that that is a three phase. If you observe, this is a three phase, like that. Here it is a three phase, that is a VA1, as it should be starting here and should be ending here. Okay, and next one VA2. Here VA2, V2 has been considered. V2, this is the V2, V2. Okay, sorry, this one V2. V2 is to be like this, coming towards 2 5. And next one, how about the V1 and V3 values? Okay, and also up to V6 values. Here, if you come across these output waveforms here, interesting is to be here. If you observe, this is the maximum values. This is the maximum values. This is the maximum. Nothing better. Where we are getting that the maximum voltage is to be this much value. Here, if you observe, coinciding points of the waveforms that we considered as a maximum values. Here, if you observe, this is the maximum, and next one, this is the maximum, this is the maximum, like that. Okay, the waveform. Okay, the waveform which we are getting is to be with the highest maximum voltage side, by with the coinciding of the all the six waveforms or six phases that we consider as a maximum value. Okay, that's why the voltage output should be like this. When D1 on, D2 on, D3 on, and D4 on. When each diode is to be intuitively turned on. Okay, then we consider as a, when D1 on, D2 on, and D3 on, like that up to D6. Okay, this is nothing but the six pulses. Six pulse diode rectifier. Here, if you consider what about the current, I naught current. I naught current is to be also same as that of the nearly equal to the voltage output only. I naught current, I naught value, and this is the six phase, three phase, three phase midpoint six pulse diode rectifier. This is nothing but next one. Next one is the diode bridge rectifier. Diode bridge rectifier. If you come across this diode bridge rectifier, that is having it is a three phase bridge rectifier using with a six diodes D1 of D1 to D6, using with a six diodes, that is a three phase diode bridge rectifier with a six diodes D1 to D6. The diodes are arranged in three legs. Diodes are arranged in three legs. This is nothing but one leg, second leg, and third leg. The diodes are arranged like this: D1, D1, and here D2 has been connected. D1, D3, D5, D2, D4, D6. The arrangement is to be like this. Nothing but for each phase, if you consider for each phase, if the two diodes can be turned on, two diodes. Okay, so I will explain. Each leg has two series connected diodes. Each leg has two series connected diodes. This is nothing but arrangement. Upper diodes or D1, D3, and D5 constitute the positive group of diodes. Upper diodes, upper diodes of D1, D3, D5 constitute the positive group of diodes. These are the positive group of diodes, and the lower diodes D4, D6, or D2, D4, D6. The lower diodes are D4, D6, D4, D2, D6. Here, these form negative group of diodes. These form negative group of diodes. Nothing but the current, whenever it should be coming towards the returning path, those are called negative group of diodes. Whenever there is a positive, means that is a positive group of diodes. Here, the three-phase transformer feeding. This is nothing but a three-phase transformer feeding the bridge which is with a delta to star connected arrangement. Here it is a delta of a primary, star is the secondary winding. This rectifier is also called three-phase six-pulse diode rectifier. It is also called three-phase this rectifier is also called three-phase six-pulse diode rectifier. In previous, we observed that midpoint six-pulse rectifier, but it is a six-pulse diode rectifier three-phase full wave diodes rectifier, or it is also called. Okay, here the positive group of diodes conduct D1, D3, D5. When will conduct means here these have the most positive anode. Whenever the anode is to be made more positive with respect to cathode, then the D1, D3, D5 diodes, the upper leg diodes are positive group of diodes, upper side diodes are conducted. Similarly, the negative group of the diodes would be conducted whenever anode is to be made positive with respect to cathode. That is, sorry, negative group of diodes would conduct if these have the most negative anode, like that. Okay, D1, D3, D5 come across the positive group, and D2, D4, D6 come across the negative group. Here, if you observe the source voltage waveform, here if you observe the source voltage waveform, which is shown with a from omega t is equal to 30 to 150, voltage VA is more positive. 150. Omega t is equal to 30 degrees to, that is this much, 30 degrees to 150. 30 degrees to 150, that it should be VA is more positive than the voltages of VB and VC value. Therefore, here diode D1 conduct to line A during the interval of 30 to 150 degrees. And what about the next one, 150 to 270 degrees? 150 to 270 degrees. Okay, here this is the 30 degrees. If you consider this is the 30 degrees. VAB, here it is VAB, shown with a, here it's shown with a very high value. Here it is to be considered here, this much. Here it should be considering as 30 degrees. This is the 30. This is the 30 degrees to 150, like this. To more the value, here it should be shown here. Okay, here during the interval of 0 to 30 degrees, 0 to 30 degrees, the diode D5 and D6 will conduct. D5 and D6. The diodes D5 and D6 will conduct, and the next after diode 6 and 1 will conduct. Diode 6 and 1 will conduct. That is, before that it should be 30 degrees. It should be here diode 5 and diode 6 will conduct. Diode 5 and diode 6 will conduct. And the next after it should be D6 and D1. And then next D1, diode 1 and 2, again 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 1, like that. The interval of the sequence of the conducting of a diodes is to be here come across towards the positive group and also negative group. Here D5, D3, D1, D3, D5 are positive group, and D2, D4, D6 are negative group. Here at the same time, what should be happen means the positive and negative group will also conduct. Here that like that, nothing but we are showing the diode 5 and diode 6. If you observe diode 5 and diode 6, the diode 5 and diode 6 will conduct both itself, and the next one, diode 6 and 1 will conduct. Diode 6 and diode 1 will conduct. And what about the current values? This is nothing but the current. Here if you observe, the current value is to be up to the pi by 3, it should be 0 value, and after that should be having some magnitude. Okay, this is nothing but the conduction of the current. Okay, here what about the average value? Average value of the voltage, that is average value of the output voltage VDC is equal to 3 root 3 Vm by pi, which is equals to 1.654 Vm value. 3 root 3 Vm by pi, which is equals to 1.654. And what about the RMS value, root mean square value is 1.6554554 Vm value. Sorry, V maximum it is, and the RMS is to be 3 by 2 plus 9 root 3 by 4 pi under root. And what about the peak inverse voltage? The peak inverse voltage is to be root 3 times Vm value. And this is about the three-phase bridge rectifier. And next, if you come across one of the problem of a three-phase bridge rectifier supplies and a high inductive load such that average load current IDC is equal to 60 amperes and the ripple current is to be negligible, and determine the ratings of the diodes if the line to neutral voltage of supply is 120 volts to 60 hertz at a 60 hertz frequency. Here, if you having with a small inductance value, there is a continuous of a current waveform should be changed. If there is a large inductance value means the current waveform should be shown with the diode conducts for a current of in form of the pulses. Shown here for a diode D1 conduct, when diode D1 conduct, what is the IA current? Here pi by 3, if you observe this one at 60 degrees value towards the 180, 60 degrees to 180. After that should be again ID2, diode D2 conducts, and D3, D4, D5 and D6. Here, what the degrees of conducting is to be changes. That is, the average value IDC can be considered with a load current, average load current, that it can be calculated. IDC is equal to 60 by 3, that is equal to 20 amperes. If you consider what about the RMS value of the diode current, RMS value, ID RMS is equal to 1 by 2 pi integral pi by 3 to pi value. Each diode will be conducted with this much angle. Interval of the period is to be, interval of the diode is to be pi by 3 to pi value. IDC square d theta. Therefore, we know that IDC value. Therefore, we are getting the RMS value is to be 46.19 amperes, and also the peak inverse voltage. Here, the interesting point is to be each diode will be conducted. Each diode will be conducted at an interval of pi by 3 to pi value. This is nothing but the interval of the conducting diodes. The next one, if you observe another one, for the following current waveform, determine the average RMS peak values of the current. If you observe from the diagram, the time interval is also given with the T1, T2 up to T3 value. Here, if you observe, T1 is having given with 100 microseconds, and T2 200, T3 400 up to, and also frequency is also given with the 200 hertz. Here, if you observe, current values are changing. Current values are changing. That is with the peak values 100, 150, and also 300. Here, compared with the average value is to be changing. I average is to be of a group of all the values. That is I average 1 and up to I3 average. Therefore, by calculating each one individually, I1 average is equals to 150 into T3. 150 into T3. This is 150. Here, if you observe up to T3, it will be conducting. Total time period should be by T. Therefore, T3 by T. 150 into 400 by 5000. Therefore, which is equals to 12 amperes. Like that. Here, for calculating of I2 average current, that which is equals to I2 average current of this much value, I2 average current is equal to 2 into Im by pi into time period has been changing. That is T2 minus T1 by total time period. T2 minus T1. If you consider this time period is to be changing. Here 150, the peak value of the 150, if you consider up to T1 it's to be turned on, again it should be increasing up to 300, again it should be dropping. That is T2 minus T1 we consider the difference value by total T pi T. Therefore, Im value we know that is the 150 value, 2 into 150 by pi into T2 minus T1 we consider as a 100 amperes. Therefore, 100 by 5000. Sorry, time period. 100 by 5000. T2 we know that 200, T1 100. Therefore, it should be a difference is 100. When you getting that I2 average is 1.91 amperes. And next, what about the I3 average? Here, if you observe that I3 average is equals to 100 into T5 minus T4. This one, T5 minus T4. Therefore, which is equals to 100 into 200. It is T5 minus T4. T5 is to be 1 millisecond. It should be 1 millisecond or 1000 microseconds. We consider we are getting that 200 by 5000, and I3 average is 4 ampere. Therefore, the average current of the all the currents is to be 17.91 amperes. Next one, what about the RMS? RMS is also calculated the same way. Therefore, the RMS current is also 49.25 amperes. And the peak inverse voltage, peak inverse is to be 300 amperes, like that. Here, if you consider for a three-phase bridge rectifier, and also some of the problems, and next one is to be three-phase 12 pulse rectifier. How the three-phase 12 pulse rectifier can be? Nothing but number of the pulses, number of the diodes are increased means that it should be comes under number of pulses. Therefore, for if we consider a three-phase 12 pulse bridge rectifier means how it should be. Here, here it is a three-phase bridge rectifier with a six pulse. It is a six diode or six pulse. In the same way, another arrangement is also placed here. Another arrangement of a same diagram which placed here also under the below the circuit. If you place here also the star connected with the six diodes, it comes across that a 12 pulse rectifier. It is called as a 12 pulse rectifier. Okay, here for a 12 pulse rectifier, we are using with six diodes in the one diagram and six diodes in the another diagram. Nothing but D1 to D6 we considered. And here in the below for the star connection, again we are connecting that six diodes of D1 dash to D6 dash, like that. Here by using of this type of 12 pulse, and also in place of the 6 pulse we are using the 12 pulse means what about what should be changing here, the pulses whenever the increase in the pulses means what should be the voltage and magnitude should be having with a maximum magnitude with a small deviation, that it can be, how can you tell me? So here number of pulses per cycles are increases. Number of pulses per cycle. Number of pulses per cycle means if you consider a sinusoidal waveform of a R phase or A phase. Next, if you consider within the A phase, we are getting we are getting VA and VA and VC is the voltage magnitudes. That is VC VA. Okay. Here we are getting again another two also. That is four. Therefore, what should be happen means here the pulses are increasing per cycle. Therefore, the voltage and magnitude should be nothing but the magnitude of voltage or the output voltage can be improved. Quality can be improved. There is no, the ripple content should be reduces. Okay, ripple content can be reduces here with using of a number of pulses. The output to DC waveform gets improved by using of 12 pulse rectifier. So with 12 pulse per cycle, the quantity of the output voltage waveform would be improved with a low ripple content. The ripple content very is reduces very high compared with a 6 pulse. Here, same the structure, the diagram should be same. A three-phase 12 pulse rectifier using a total of 12 diodes, 6 diodes in the upper circuit and 6 diodes in the lower circuit. Here, a three-phase transformer with two secondaries. Okay, here another secondary is also using here. Is here another secondary winding with a star connector is also used with connected with a six diodes again, and one delta connected primary feeds the diode rectifier circuit. Here, one secondary winding is connected in star and other is in delta. Star connected secondary feeds the upper three phase diode rectifier. Where is the delta connected? Here we are arranging a delta connected. In place of the star, we are arranging the delta connected winding, and is connected towards the six diodes. Then the net output voltage is to be having that addition of voltage getting here, that is VL here getting, and also VL from lower circuit also, that is output voltage of the upper circuit and also output voltage of the lower circuit, that is the addition of the voltages. Therefore, what should be happen means, with respect to these type of arrangement, we are getting that the ripple content can be reduced as well. Here if you observe, the output voltage is to be like this. The output voltage is to be like this. Here, in between the middle only we are getting nothing but the output voltage for a 12 pulse. If you consider, this is the output voltage. This is the output voltage. Nothing but the quality of the output voltage can be improved with reducing the ripple content. That is about the pole pulse rectifier. Okay, in the next session, we will go through the single phase and also three phase control rectifiers. We go for control rectifiers. Up to now, we discussed about this uncontrolled rectifiers, and next we go for the controlled rectifiers. So they are having different. Why? Because there is a gate parameter is having gate terminal is having, with respect to gate terminal, the SCR or the thyristor or the switch, that it can be controlled. We're having different types of uncontrolled rectifiers also for having high power ranges. Up to now, we discussed about that high power range of uncontrolled rectifiers. That is, a diode is uncontrolled rectifier or a switch. This can be used for high power ratings also. Thank you.